and welcome to Atop the Fourth Wall, where bad comics burn. So, let's bring you guys up to speed on what happened last week.
Previously on the Ultimates 3 review!
Well, crap all happened. Venom attacked, which resulted in nothing. There was a sex tape scandal with Tony Stark, which resulted in nothing. And the Scarlet Witch got dead. That resulted in things, but they were stupid. Oh, and she and her brother were doing each other, lest ye forget. So let's dig into Ultimates 3, number 3, and number 4 to see how much worse things can get.
Welcome to Atop the Fourth Wall, where bad comics burn. Linkara's gonna teach you all a lesson you won't learn. Brodsky, you're not the smartest. Life out, you're not an artist. Anyone who's had a bad comic published, it could be your turn. Linkara, he's a man punch, wears a birdie hat. Linkara, he has a magic gun. Where'd he purchase that? Linkara, coins, robots, Amazons and trucks. Linkara, this comic sucks. Linkara.
Somewhere over the rainbow, way up high.
The Scarlet Witch is dead! Fine, don't say hi! So yeah, we open with Wolverine recapping the previous 2 issues, even though in the comic version there was a recap page already right before the first page. However, he also claims that it was Quicksilver who called Magneto, which makes no flippin' sense because Quicksilver was surprised to see him! When they ask him how he knows this, he explains that the X-Men make Magneto their business. Didn't you used to belong to the Brotherhood? Didn't you used to have a wife and 2 kids? To which Hawkeye starts shooting Wolverine. And while normally I might just take this as further evidence of Hawkeye being wacko jacko, and his comment was out of line, Wolverine was just... Well, I've gotta say, countering a statement of trust by bringing up a guy's dead family is just dickish. It's not even a clever retort. He brings up that you used to be a part of the people who attacked them, and then you suddenly show up again after they've attacked, and your first response is, "Yeah, well, your family's dead." Come on, Wolvie, Ultimate Universe or not, I didn't think you were that much of an asshole. How do we know we can trust you? Yeah, well, you've got AIDS. Yeah, pwned you real good, didn't I? It'd be kind of hard to aim at anything without a head. Hey, whoa, this isn't anything to lose your head over. Hi-oh! Do it then. I'm better off dead anyway. Of course, reverse psychology always works on Wolverine, and he retracts his claws. Wasp asks Hawkeye what the hell is wrong with him, and he just replies, "Off, Janet."
Hey, watch that language, mister!
You too. The guy is clearly suffering from post-traumatic stress disorder, and he has a death wish. It makes perfect sense that they let him near the guns, doesn't it? Thor finally gets everyone to stop arguing with one another, and his continual acts of awesome make him the most likable in this mess. Wolverine tells them that they don't have to worry about Magneto, but rather Quicksilver. The team is disbelieving, but he asks them what they really know about the two. Do you even know why Pietro guarded Wanda so? Because he's a clingy psycho who was shacking up with his own sister? Wasp asks Wolverine what's in this for him, and he completely fails to answer that, instead just telling them they need to find out who killed the Scarlet Witch. I do too, because we're not talking about just any girl here. We're talking about Magneto's daughter. And she could have been mine. Wait. Are we starting a flashback about Wolverine's past? Give me a second. You may continue. After the war, I drifted. There was no home or family to go back to, unlike most of the grunts. I hadn't developed my rage issues with adamantium yet. The Balkan Mountains isn't the kind of spot to take yourself during the winter, especially when you're looking for a place that isn't on any map and most folks don't think exists. Somewhere over the rainbow, way up high. No, actually, he's referring to Wundagore, a fictional location in the Marvel universes that I know nothing about and is not expounded upon here, so it is therefore irrelevant. Sometimes what you want in life isn't what you need in life.
You can't always get what you want.
She said her name was Magda. Years later, I'd see how much she bore a striking resemblance to Wanda. And why wouldn't she? Magda was Wanda and Pietro's mother. So, why is this important? He explains that he sought out the Witch of Wundagore in the hopes of ending his life because of the standard emo immortality BS about not wanting to outlive his loved ones. What loved ones? You said a minute ago you had no friends or family. Instead, Magna decides to have sex with Wolvie. Sure, why not? Let's have boning in the flashbacks too. So he says that, "By Diehard's crotch!" Good God, woman! What the hell is going on with your spine? I mean, what the hell? And if you don't see it, allow me to draw a diagram. Apparently the Witch of Wundagore is a professional contortionist. Okay, this is as good a spot as any to point this out. People asked me to comment more on the artwork last time, so... well, I've got nothing. I don't know, people. This was supposed to be Joe Madureira's big comeback after some project went south or something, but... the faces look weird, and the guys look all beefy, kind of like if everyone was played by Red Brown and Schwarzenegger, but I don't know what you want from me. I neither like nor dislike this art, but it's sure as hell jarring when compared to the previous two Ultimates volumes, but the coloring is what ruins it. Anyway, Magneto shows up, and it turns out that he and Magda were a couple already, so he shoves Wolverine out with a chamber pot. I'd been cast down out of heaven, only to learn that I could not find Wundagore ever again. Couldn't find my pants either, and whoa, let's not talk about shrinkage after getting tossed out into a snowy mountain after sex. Years later, he joined up with the Brotherhood of Mutants and he met the Scarlet Witch for the first time. Eric either pretended not to, or honestly didn't remember meeting me in Wundagore. It happened so fast. Either that, or he knew what seeing his daughter would be like for me. Or maybe it was just a stupid retcon that was ultimately pointless to the story and really was just an excuse to draw silhouetted boobs. Seriously, what the hell was the point of him having met the Scarlet Witch's mom and screwing her? What was the point? Anyway, in the flashback, Wolverine is instructed by Magneto to go and kill Quicksilver because he thinks he's weak. Look, I know he didn't get you that Rolex you wanted for Father's Day, but isn't this taking things a bit too far? Wolverine says he was just going to scare the kid so he could get away from Magneto, though in my humble opinion, one doesn't try to merely scare someone by stabbing them in the shoulder! However, the Scarlet Witch's power suddenly flux up. It was right then and there I realized that Pietro wasn't protecting Wanda from the world, he was protecting the world from Wanda! And she summons up a horde of dinosaurs! Oh my god, 20 dinosaurs! Quick, somebody call Neutro! So thanks to the Jurassic retcon here, they say that the dinosaurs in the Savage Land, for non-comic readers, just think the Lost World kind of place, secret area with dinosaurs and crap, were actually created by Wanda's powers to warp reality. Wolverine is chased off, and because this is a retcon, nobody ever talks about this again. Wanda's concerned that she can't control her power since she didn't want to summon the dinosaurs and blah blah, and Wolverine closes out his stupid flashback. Spurned by his father, desperate for his mother, Pietro found in Wanda a kind of love that no one in this room can really understand. Nor do I wish to, because it remains thoroughly creepy, and the Oedipus nonsense you tagged on there just made Freud's head spin in his grave! Back in the present, Wolverine suggests that considering Hawkeye's fear of the PR nightmare that could have resulted from any of the various things that seem to revolve around the Scarlet Witch, it's entirely possible that he killed her, fueling that red herring nonsense we had earlier. They decide to divide up into teams, with Cap and Iron Man staying in New York with Wasp, while Wolverine, Black Panther, Thor, Valkyrie, and Hawkeye go to the Savage Land to get the Scarlet Witch's body back. Let me ask what may be a dumb question, but why the priority in getting her back? Sure, she was a member of the team and all, but she's dead and her family has made it clear that they wish to hang on to her. You can't argue that they're all in danger of being assassinated, since anyone with the technology to build a bullet that focuses in on someone's DNA could just do that for all of you. Yeah, I guess you could argue that they want to find out who's responsible and they'll need to perform an autopsy for that, but why go on a commando raid for the body when you could just offer to work with Magneto on it since, as we'll see, he doesn't have the medical know-how and tech for this kind of investigation? Anyway, the Black Panther gets on the plane and Wolverine wonders if that's really him. Plot point! Iron Man shows up and Wasp asks where he's been since it's been a while since he carried off the Blob. I went over to the crime scene. I found a bullet that killed Wanda. Super mystified stuff. DNA specific. Designed to assassinate the Scarlet Witch. And only the Scarlet Witch. Any idea who makes something like that? Yes, I do. It was made by Stark Industries. And you can have your DNA-specific bullet that only kills the Scarlet Witch overnight to you for $29.95 plus shipping and handling. Someone at your company designed a bullet to kill the Scarlet Witch? Damn it, who was it, Tony? Tony? Who said anything about me being Tony? Yeah, I'm a robot, but I can still drink whenever I want. And Robo-Stark blasts Wasp unconscious. Okay, time for me to be fair to this thing. This is a great plot twist and very well set up. Now, in the comic and this story still suck on toast, but if this had been a good comic, definite kudos would have been necessary. The robots are everywhere in the background of this comic, helping out, planting things, fixing things. We see the occasional shot of just a robot head or two. Now, the actual explanation for all this won't come until issue 5, but I definitely thought this would have been a very well done plot twist for a good book. Now, back to Moronville as Wolverine tells Black Panther that he's on to him, but doesn't know what the hell he's doing. And when you find out about what that is, you'll be asking the exact same thing. And so, issue 3 ends with the team meeting up with Shauna the She-Devil and your Warrior from the Future. Nah, I'm kidding, it's Marvel's Jungle Man Kazar. Issue 4 opens with a flashback showing Magneto and Charles Xavier. And knowing the Ultimates, I'm quite surprised that they aren't having sex yet. So the plane crashes in the Savage Land and the flashback concludes with the villagers meeting Magneto and company. Kazar explains that after Magneto brought in more mutants to the Savage Land, they started killing the villagers, so they're more than happy to help fight Magneto. Also, Thor brought along his awesome arsenal. Since Thor's badass, even he brings our psychotic pal Hawkeye out of his funk for a bit to talk about weapons. Back at the mansion, Robo-Stark continues to talk about how awesome the robot holocaust will be. You should be excited, Jan. Imagine a world where there is no disease, no famine, no war, but plenty of booze. I won't live in a world without booze. Sadly, Bender the Robot's ancestor gets smacked in the face by Captain America's shield.
You forgot. No freedom.
Hey, who needs freedom when you got happy hour?
Come with me if you want to live.
Heh, cute. However, it turns out that Captain America was a robot too. Huh. Captain America was a robot. Who knew? Well, I guess the implication we see here is that Hank Pym was piloting the Captain America robot before he melts into green jello for some reason. Wasn't Pym near comatose last issue? I guess they got the Tic Tac out of his throat. Hank tells the Wasp that there's a conspiracy at work and it might be his fault. Back in the Savage Land, Hawkeye shoots stuff, Sabretooth fights a tiger, and oh, the Juggernaut shows up.
I'm the Juggernaut, bitch!
Of course you are. Actually, what makes me giggle is that the Juggernaut's outfit in the Ultimate Universe, while possessing this cool Cylon red eye thing, just makes me think he's actually a member of the Neptune Men.
Ha 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 ha! Your costume is ridiculous!
Valkyrie also has a Pegasus, apparently. Don't know where the hell she got that. However, she apparently sees fire or something and falls off. She wakes up back in the skimpy costume she wore back in Ultimates 2, and her nose is blushing in this panel for some reason. This is actually an illusion caused by the psychic mutant mastermind. Pyro is also with him and thinks they should rape her. So, why was she not with the others again? Oh, but wait! It's time for Thor to be awesome!
It doesn't matter who you bring, Thor. This place is untouchable. You stand against a god, Unis, and you are but a mortal, a thing of mere flesh and blood!
And his awesomeness decreases after killing the guy, but then again, he still leagues above the rest of the super losers. Magneto shows up and offers them a chance to surrender, but Thor, badass that he is, says nuts to that and charges at Magneto. However, because apparently iron was used in the construction of Mjolnir, he's able to bring Thor down. Quicksilver stops in to report that Wanda's body is safe and that the Ultimates won't stop coming for her. So friggin' let them help, idiots! Back at the mansion, Hank Pym tells Wasp about when she revealed to him that she was a mutant, so she'll know it's really him. They spy on the robot heroes for a bit as they bring the new Robo-Stark online. Thanks, I could use a drink. Any vodka down here? And that was just in case you thought I was being facetious and having the robot still have the drunk voice. And so our comic ends with the lead robot proclaiming, "They think of us as toasters, alarm clocks, and vibrators." Yeah, I'm sure the machine uprising will start with the vibrators turning against us. But when the war between man and mutant is settled, and most of the human population is dead, only then will they realize the machines have already won! Next, the shocking conclusion! Robots in disguise! Oh, neato! They're Transformers too? These comics suck! The plot moves along at the pace of a race car with no chance of us to settle down and wonder what the hell is going on. The colors are still a mess, and it's full of padding! And it's only gonna get stupider in the finale next week.
You can't always get what you want. You can't always get what you want. You can't always get what you want. But if you try sometimes, well, you might find you get what you need. And I went down to the demonstration to get my fair share of abuse. Singing words gonna bend